Yo, what's going on out there in them digital streets? This your player partner Watt checking in, and this is the Dropbox, and let's get into it. Yeah, man, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and let's go. If you've been paying attention, the crowdfunding for Tariq Nasheed's Hidden History Museum has come to an end. He was able to raise the $1 million thanks to all the black people around the world, man, especially black people here in the United States coming together, putting their tools and fuse together to make this thing happen. So he was able to reach that $1 million goal. I think right now it's at 1.13 million. So that's very impressive, and congratulations to everybody that put something in on it. I know I did, so if you contributed, man, give yourself a pat on the back. But I want to talk about today right quick is what this means for black people going forward. The first thing that I want to talk about is that I think that black people being able to come together and have a constructive agenda and actually get it done, it shows that we can work together. So those tropes, and I know I've heard that a lot throughout my life, like you can't work together and niggas don't stick together, but that's not true. You know what I'm saying? I think everybody from around the world, people far and wide, like I say, put their tools and fuse together, and we were able to accomplish something. Oftentimes, just like how the good brother Neely Fuller says, we don't have a constructive agenda when we actually meet with each other. So when a group of black people get together, it's just always nigga shit. And what nigga shit is just anything that's not constructive. But when we do have that objective kind of going into things, we're able to accomplish things. Another point I want to bring up is that this really shows that we care about our history. And over the past few days, if you go back a couple days, I did another video on the Tut language, and that was a century-old language created by slaves, and it just kind of disappeared off the face of the earth, or it wasn't in the forefront. It was nothing that was ever talked about or put on Front Street. And then the cool kids over there at TikTok, man, they kind of rediscovered the language, and they brought it back to the fore. They put a spotlight on the language. And I think that the Hidden History Museum is very important because we need to have a repository for these things, for language and culture. We need somewhere where these things can reside and are always present and easily accessible for people. And having it in a central location works well too. So that's the point of museums in general, and that's why we really do need this museum to really chronicleize our history and show people that are of this descent that, hey, you do have a rich history, and there's a lot of things here that you should know about, and people are willing to learn about these things because also it's relatable. You know what I'm saying? And the third thing that it shows, and this is probably the most important, it shows that black people are adopting empowerment mindset. I don't think people have actually grasped the secondary benefit of this museum is that it more than likely it's going to employ and empower other black people, you know, from historians and film directors and you know, like archaeologists and just all across the board, or just for people to actually come and work in the museum to keep it maintained, security. I would like to see it be an all black thing. Yeah, because it'd be crazy for motherfucking Asian. Goddamn Asian being there. Goddamn. He didn't cooler. Why this Asian got an African accent? Look at me, I am the captain now. Now, okay, so let me be serious for a minute. Yeah. So it does show that black people are adopting that empowerment mindset, and I think that's something that a lot of the thought leaders within this within this sect of society, you know, they preach empowerment, and I think that's really how you change the world around you, through empowerment. You can't complain about things that you see on TV or in the news or when you go outside. It's like those things exist because somebody other than yourself is funding these things. It's not because they're happening of some like random occurrence. These things are not happening in a vacuum. They're happening because we don't empower the things around us. You know, you have to give your kids an outlet. You know, a summer program, a basketball program, a STEM program, something, a summer job, any goddamn thing. Take their ass to a museum. Take their ass to the Hidden History Museum, because I put my money on it, and their asses need to go there and learn something. You need to learn about your history. Teach them to it. Oh, man. Yeah, man. But that's my thought on it. What say you? Come kick it with your tribe in the comment section below. Tell me if you put something on it. Tell me how you feel about the museum. Just talk to your dog. And on that note, I'm out the box with it. Do you hear me?